Everybody wants a six-pack, foul-proof program, but almost nobody wants to do the boring work that will actually get them there. If you want to get shredded, this is the exact blueprint you need. Stick to it long enough and you'll win. I'm going to be covering the diet, my favorite ab exercises, macro strategies, and I'm going to give you the exact steps that you need to take every single day to separate yourself from the guys that try and the guys that actually get it done. If you want straight answers and information that's going to help you on your fitness journey, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and let's get into it. Here's the honest truth. 90% of failure comes from three things: inconsistent effort, chasing novelty, and making the process way too complicated. Simple, consistent actions repeated daily wins the race. The first principle is going to be calories. Calories first. If your goal is fat loss, calories are king. You need to have a sustained calorie deficit, and that doesn't mean starving yourself or crash dieting. It needs to be a moderate deficit that you can stick to. So that usually works out to roughly about 10 to 20% from your maintenance. That's aggressive enough to get results, but keeps your muscle loss low and helps you still perform in the gym. So some quick rules are: aim to lose roughly 0.5 to 1% of your body weight per week. It's going to be faster for bigger guys, and it's going to be slower for guys that are already kind of lean. Don't obsess over single meals, but make sure you're tracking everything when it comes to your food. The second principle is protein and your macros. Protein protects your muscle when you're losing body fat. So your aim should be 1.6 to 2.2 grams per kg of your body weight. Set that number and try to hit close to that number every single day. For example, 90 kg, that's roughly between 144 grams to 198, 200 grams every single day. Use protein as your anchor. So think of stuff like eggs, lean meat, chicken breast, Greek yogurt, whey protein. And here's a simple macro layout. Like I said, protein, 1.6 to 2.2 grams per kg of body weight. Fats need to be 20 to 30% of your calories. This is important for your hormones, especially your testosterone, because you don't want to get that too low and it's going to affect your mood and performance. And the rest is going to be carbs. This is your training fuel, so don't be that person that cuts out carbs completely. My favorite lifetime hack is creating a meal plan and eating the same thing every single day. So you can have multiple, and then if you get bored of one meal plan, just switch it up for the next. It makes tracking painless and keeps your compliancy sky high. Yes, it's boring, but the point is it works. Principle 3, train hard to keep your muscle. Don't start doing endless amounts of cardio and hoping for the best. Resistance training is a non-negotiable and should be high on your priority list. Train 3 to 6 times a week, depending on your schedule, hitting your muscle groups multiple times a week, and making sure you're applying progressive overload. If you want to keep your muscle while leaning up, you need to be lifting heavy. Abs are built in the gym, but revealed in the kitchen, but you need to train them smart. People obsess over ab isolation. The abs only are revealed when your body fat is low enough. When you're training your abs, you need to be thinking of spinal flexion. My two go-to ab exercises are hanging leg raises and cable crunches, because they're easy to add weight, add resistance to, and progress over time. But you can pick any ab exercise. Whatever you're doing it, just make sure you're flexing your spine. So that's bringing your rib cage down towards your hips. Try to take your abs 2 to 4 times a week. You don't have to do them every single session, but keep it regular. Make sure you're adding resistance to it, so adding some weight to make it more challenging. Your abs are like any other muscle group. Now we've got conditioning and NEAT. Cardio is a non-negotiable and is very useful. It will help push you into a further calorie deficit while improving your heart health. Low steady state cardio 2 to 5 times a week will help you push you further into a calorie deficit without messing up your recovery. Also remember NEAT, non-exercise activity thermogenesis. That's basically the movements you do outside of the gym. So like walking, fidgeting, standing up, taking the stairs, whatever you do to burn extra calories without doing actual physical activity. That's why I encourage people to walk a lot more. These tiny things do add up over time, and it doesn't wreck your recovery as well. Now here's how to track without becoming too obsessive. Work out your macros and create multiple meal plans that are based around your macros. Then pick one meal plan and stick to that until you get bored, and then switch it up. Pre-weigh and pre-log those meals. That'll give you a stable baseline. Weigh yourself at least twice a week. If you can weigh yourself every single day, that's even better. And then take the average at the end of the week. Try to keep the conditions exactly the same as well when you're weighing yourself. And this will allow you to see if you need to make any adjustments to your calories. So if your calories stall for 2 weeks, that means you need to adjust something, whether it's dropping your calories a little bit or increasing your cardio a little bit. More so it's going to be your calories. If you need numbers, you could do something as minimum as 100 calories, but I'll say push more to 200 calories. The strength starts to decrease a little bit, you can increase the protein slightly. So here's some common mistakes, and this is how you can avoid them. Skipping strength workouts to do cardio, chasing fat loss hacks and fat burning supplements, changing your program and your plan every single week because you're not seeing results, training your abs every single day and hoping for a miracle. It's an easy fix. Stick to a program for at least 8 weeks. Measure your weight at least twice a week. Make sure you're tracking your strength training and your performance. When you're close to your goal, you can reduce your carbs on your non-training days and increase your protein a little bit. There you go. There's the fail-proof blueprint for getting abs. Simple calorie deficit. Make sure you hit your protein target. Keep lifting heavy. Do smart ab work, focusing on spinal flexion and progressive overload. Eat the same meals every single day. Walk more and make sure you get enough rest and sleep. Just be boringly consistent. If you found this video useful, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe, and leave a comment in the comment section down below. And I will catch you in the next video. Peace.